This is why did they make this game sad?
What's up, everybody? I'm Rick,
And I'm Anna.
and welcome to our review of Link's Awakening Remake for the Nintendo Switch. We're reviewing this game, why, Anna?
Because I just finished it.
Yes.
That's why.
And you finished it because it is a game that is part of your list of 101 game you want to finish or
Right,
play.
exactly. It's one of the items on
Our
our bucket list
Yeah.
for me to finish 101 games. And I just finished the first one.
Yeah, or play 101 games because some of them you won't be able to finish, like
Yeah.
The Sims.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
And yeah, this is the first one off of the list that you finished.
And not only that, but it's the first game I ever finished in my life.
Ever.
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 I've
Ever.
played games before, but I
Ever.
never actually finished a game.
Yeah, and so I thought this could be an interesting discussion, like considering this is the first game you ever finished. This is one of the first game of that type that you play, even like an adventure game. Have you
Yeah.
played something like that?
It's well,
Action adventure?
I think I don't know. Does GTA count as?
GTA or
I don't know. It's
But-
different. I don't really know game categories. But yeah, it's the first game where like I have a little character and like that walks around like that. I don't know if that's the category.
the little character that walks around like that. Yes,
Yes.
these kind of games. But yeah, let's just go top level. Did you enjoy this game?
Yes, I did. It was really nice. It was cute, and I love cute stuff.
That is why you chose the game to begin with.
Yes, it's one of the criteria of why I put most of the games on my list is just whether or not they look cute.
Yeah.
And it was nice. I loved the graphic. I loved the music. The soundtrack.
Yeah.
And I loved like, all the effects that it had every time I did something good. Like,
What do you mean?
like if you defeat a bad guy or something, there's like
Oh, the music and
the
the,
music and like, yeah, exactly, the light and
Yeah.
everything.
to
Yeah.
tell you like, oh, you did well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, good
You
job, good
succeeded.
job. And
Yeah.
every time I did something, I was like, oh, yes, I did it. Like, look at this. It's all sparkly and
Yeah.
nice.
When you solve a puzzle, the classic Zelda puzzle chime, like, when you find the answer to something, like, what was it? Do-do-do-do, or something like that.
Yeah, every time, like, I find a hidden door or a passage
Yeah.
or something.
No, do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah,
That's
this
what it is, yeah. But yeah, so you mentioned that you liked a lot of the elements. We'll go through that in more detail later. But first, I wanted to ask, as someone who doesn't play a lot of games, this is the first one you finished. Did you find it difficult?
Sometimes I feel like there were parts where, like, the first time when I encountered like a new enemy or I got into a dungeon for the first time, it would be a little bit. And there were times when I was thinking like, oh man, I'm not gonna pass. Like, what am I gonna do if I can't pass this level? I have to finish this stream. Like, I have to keep playing this game, and I can't get past this one nightmare
Yeah,
guy
boss.
here. Yeah, but like in the end, it's actually not that hard. Like when I got to the end, I realized like, oh, this really wasn't that hard. I mean, it's challenging, but it's not impossible.
But also, you get used to it. You learn
Yeah,
how the game
exactly.
functions, and
Yeah, and I feel like I don't know if it works like that or not, but I remember like towards the end of the game, like after I finished level 6, 7, the dungeons 6 and 7, something like this, then I would go back into the village and in the area like around the village, and it was so easy to defeat all the tiny monsters that were around there.
that at the beginning were giving you such a
Yeah,
problem.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I don't know if I just got used to controlling the game, the character, and like the controls,
Yeah.
or if really like the character got stronger. I don't know, but it just got easier.
And that's in terms of like fighting the enemies, but big aspect of the game is also like the puzzles and figuring out what to
Oh,
do.
I love that part.
So that wasn't too hard either.
I mean, there were a few there where we didn't know what to do in the end.
Hmm.
So I had to look it up. And I'm kind of sorry that I did, because when I looked it up and I saw the answer, I realized like, ah man, I wish I had, I wish I
Thought
had
of it.
found it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish I had found it by myself. But you know, you can do them all. But there were only like maybe 2 or 3 of those, I think.
Hmm.
Most of the things I figured out by myself, and it's very like rewarding. And even when they're difficult, like that part, it never bothers me. Even if I have to think about it
Hmm.
for like a long time before I find the answer, it's really exciting. I
Yeah.
like it. And like trying different combinations and possibilities, like, oh, maybe I have to do this, maybe I have to do that, you know?
Hmm.
And it's nice.
Even amongst Zelda game, this one is pretty unique. It doesn't take place in Hyrule. Zelda is not even in the game. The character Zelda, the princess.
Why is that?
That's just the game.
Okay.
But there's a number of other characters here. What did you think of them? Like the animals, Marin,
Oh,
Karen?
that was so nice. Like the animals in the animal village, the little bunnies and
Yeah.
everything, they were so cute. And Marin, I felt like she was a little bit mysterious, you know?
Mhm.
Like she's nice and she sings and all of that, but she just pops out randomly in some places as if like, hey, do you know something that I don't? Like, why are you here?
But I think it's just like
yeah, I know.
she's exploring the island too. She lives there.
Yeah.
It gives another level of like reality to this
Yeah.
world that they don't only stay in the one place. You know,
Right.
the grandma.
Tarin too,
Yeah.
he gets lost around a lot. And
Yeah.
the grandma too, like she travels from the village to
Animal
the
Village.
animal village.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's really nice. They all look really cute, and also even the monsters that go around, they look cute sometimes. That I'm
Yeah.
like, how can you be me? How can you hit me when you look so nice? I really like that Bow Wow
Mhm.
helped me, because I've seen you play other games, and Bow Wow is like a bad guy.
The Chain Chomp is usually the enemy. It's a Mario enemy.
What's he called?
Chain Chomp.
Okay. His name is not Bow Wow?
No, no. It's a
That's what I've always called him. Bow Wow.
it's the name for all of them. And the game, the lady calls him Bow Wow. It's her pet.
So her pet is named Bow Wow.
Yeah. But the creature, that thing, is called a Chain Chomp. That's a
Chain
Mario
Chomp.
enemy.
Okay.
And they're not usually in Zelda games. This game is, like I said, is particular even among Zelda games. There's a lot of stuff from other game just thrown in there. It's kind of funny. There are Goombas. Those are also Mario enemies.
The mushrooms?
Yeah. They are like Kirby lookalike shy
Okay.
guys who are Mario enemies. There's a lot of stuff like that. The piranha plants, those are
Yeah.
from Mario too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I saw that one that he was like a bad character in other games, in Mario games.
Mm.
And I like that he helped me in this one. It was
Here,
cute.
yeah, he's so cute too.
Yeah. And there were also other like characters that helped, like the rooster.
Mhm.
Who else helped?
Who
No,
did-
I think those two mostly.
Yeah.
Like they would follow me around and actually
For a bit,
help
yeah.
me to-
Marin joins you for a little bit too.
Yeah, she does.
Mm. So speaking of the characters, like the next step in this discussion would be the story. What did you think of the story that was presented?
Oh, don't
there?
ask me that.
Uh-huh.
The story, it's like, as for most of the gameplay, you don't actually know exactly. Like you get bits and pieces of the story. There's like there's a windfish that's asleep, this and that.
Yeah, so you are stranded on this island, and they tell you if you want to live, you have to wake the windfish.
Yeah, exactly. But then towards the end, you kind of are hinted that actually the island and everything that exists on it is a dream
Yeah.
of the windfish,
Mhm.
and you have to wake him up for you to get out of the dream, but that will result in like the island
destruction of
being
the island
destroyed,
and everyone
that's so sad.
in it. Yeah.
And oh my god, at the end, like when you finish it, the way they show it,
Mm.
it's so, I don't know, it's really sad. It's so intense.
It's bittersweet,
Yeah.
or even just bitter, depending
Just
on
bitter.
how you look at it.
It
Yeah.
made me cry. I cried for like 20 minutes and I
Yeah.
finished it. I'm serious.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful story.
Mm.
I think it's nicely done, and it's interesting, and it really feels because you said, and I didn't really know that. I don't really know that, but you just said that this Zelda game is a little bit like different from the others.
Mm-hmm.
It maybe feels like that a little bit, like it's actually just a dream, like it's not part of the story. It's
Yeah, like a side thing.
Yeah, exactly.
When he wakes up at the end, he's at the same place that he was at the beginning, you know,
Yes.
just in the water
Yeah.
on his raft. But yeah, and
And he's sad and he remembers them, but they were never real.
mhm. But the Windfish does say that his memory of them makes them real.
Yes, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It's an interesting take. It's an interesting story, definitely, and
It
to
is,
make
yeah.
you do it, to make you wake him up knowingly, because towards the end it
You
becomes
know,
clearer
yeah,
and clearer
you know.
that okay, this is what's happening here, but then you have to do it
And
still.
they tell you even like the last two nightmares, I think they
Mm.
mention that if you wake up the Windfish, we will all die
Yeah,
or disappear.
vanish.
Yeah.
And the issue was also that the nightmares took over the dream. And
Right.
so
That was interesting because I didn't really get that like until the end when they mention it in the game.
mm,
I thought that the nightmares were kind of like protecting the dream,
mm,
like not letting the Windfish wake up so that they could stay on the
keep
island.
on living.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I kind of in my head that's how it was. I don't know why. Like the Windfish went to sleep and had this beautiful dream of an island, but when he was about to wake up, like the nightmares took over and kind of forced him into a long slumber so that he wouldn't wake up.
Mm.
That's what I thought would be.
But then at the end they tell you like he was having that dream of this
Yes.
beautiful island with the inhabitants there, but then at some point the nightmares came in and then thought they could take over the dream.
Yeah,
And
but it's a bit different.
yeah,
Like I had a little bit of a different image of it in my head.
yeah. Another part of games is, you know, finishing the game is often different than 100%ing the game, like doing everything. And towards the end, you were kind of torn.
Oh,
You
yeah.
wanted to try to get everything.
I wanted to because I didn't get all the shells. I only got like what 37, I think.
Yeah.
And I didn't manage to find the last dummy, the toy.
Yeah.
I had one last one to find.
And you were missing a song to
Yeah, I was also missing a song.
a few of the items as well.
Yeah, and 2 items. That's true. So I was missing quite a few stuff here and there.
Mm.
And I was kind of like, like I wish at least the dummies and the seashells, I wanted to do them all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I kind of felt sorry that I didn't, but at the same time, it was getting so long, and I actually was so close to the end. At the same time, I felt like, but I want to finish it. Like I'm so close, I can finish it now. So
But you know, you can always go back and finish those parts
yeah,
if the envy ever takes you.
maybe sometime in the future.
So, what would you say? Final verdict? Like, did you? Let's give it a kind of ranking. Did you find the game bad, okay, good, or great?
I think it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, considering that I don't have a lot of experience with video games. So I don't have a lot of other games to compare it to. But just based on what I've played before and what my experience so far is, I think it was great. I'm really glad that I chose this for my first game. I really am. I think that it was a very nice experience, and I think that it does give you that feeling of accomplishment at the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it took me a lot longer than it would take most people to finish it. But I did it like at my own pace and it worked, so that's fine.
So there you have it. She thought it was great. So
Yes.
this was our review, your review rather, of Link's Awakening.
Rather my impressions.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't know
remake.
how much of a review I can give.
Link's Awakening remake on the Nintendo Switch. The first game you've ever finished, the first game on your list of 101 games that you want to play as part of our bucket list. and your bucket list goal to play 101 game. Um, Before we leave you, and I wanted to show you a few things.
Okay.
Yes. So if you finished the game without ever dying,
Without ever dying?
yeah, you get a secret
wow.
ending. So do you remember Marin? Marina had a dream of her own. She wanted to leave the island.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, she also tells you that she went to the windfish and made a wish. So
That she can live. That she could
let's
leave
watch
the
this
island.
secret. So that's after the ending that you saw, and then the credits.
Yes.
There's just a small part added. There she is. So do you remember her dream? She dreamed that she could be a seagull and leave the island flying away.
Really?
Yeah. She tells you that on the beach when you have
Yes.
that conversation.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then towards the end of the game, she says that like she went to the windfish and wished for something. She wished for her dream to be realized, that she could leave the island,
And she did.
and she does.
Well, I'm sorry, Martin, I couldn't help you because I died in the game.
Yeah, I guess it's very hard to get to that ending. Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh my gosh. It's like, I feel like they're really like playing on the emotional side of the players here.
But yeah, that was
Okay.
it for this video. If you liked it, please make sure to hit the like button, comment in the comment section below. Do you enjoy Link's Awakening Remake? Tell us what was your experience with the game. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and have a nice day.
Bye bye.